Hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today I'm using my extra large What Am I Doing Out of Bed coffee cup. And the reason for that is I mentioned in my last video, I think it was the last video or the video before that, that I wanted to mix the Decaf Indian spice chai with one of my chocolate teas. So to do that, I had to have a big mug where I could have two of these and one of my chocolates to see how that would do. So let's give this a taste and see if it actually works out as well as I think it will. Not quite as good as I thought. There's still there's a bit of bitterness in there, but you do get the taste of chocolate. Just a little bit on the back end. The Indian spice chai is a little bit stronger, so I think what I will have to do if I want to try it again is just use one of these bags and either maybe just one of the chocolate bags and see how that works. Because these are sachets, I actually prefer to use the two together. I tend to have a very strong tea and put two tea bags in my coffee cups. So I like a very strong tea. But yeah, next time I'll just have to try either just one of these with one of the chocolates or two chocolates and one of these and see how that does. I think it works. It's just not, the chocolate's not quite there and there's still some bitterness in the back end of it. So anyway, so today I had hoped to do my curl box, but it's not in yet. And it looks like it's not going to be in. Estimated date of arrival is today, but it looks like it might not be till tomorrow or maybe Wednesday at this point. So we're going to open our Boxycharm. I have unhooked it. I haven't looked inside. I do have to say that from the sneak peeks, I'm not all that impressed this month, but from what I've heard about next month, I'm going to be very happy then, and I was very happy with June's box, so that is not going to be a big deal. Couple other notes. One, I broke a nail, so if you notice any funkiness on my nails, it's because when I broke it, the polish came off in a weird way, and I can't polish that quickly. It won't dry. Secondly, don't forget, we still have, I believe this is going up on Friday, so today will be the last day to actually enter the Zulu giveaway for the Zulu palette. The link will be down below so that you can go ahead and enter that. It's US residents only. I'm sorry, I can't afford international shipping. And I think that's it. Say hello to my little friend. This is from the Apocalyptic Beauty subscription that I opened. That should already be up on the channel. I'll link that down below as well if you'd like. I don't have any glue, so what I ended up doing is using a little of my Jack Blacks to hold him on. Just an aside. So let's get started with our unfinished business and look at last month's box. Last month's box was kind of a mix of things. There were two things I can't use, one I had to figure out, and yeah, we'll just get into it. So first of all, I don't use lashes, so I haven't tried these. I'm not intending to try these, not interested in trying these. I'm just not a fake lashes, false eyelash person. So this is actually going into my giveaway box. These are actually very pretty. I would think that if I were a lashes person, if they will come out, oh that's right, it goes this way. If I were a lashes person, that these would be just a really beautiful lash to use. So these will be going in with a whole bunch of other things, and at this point I think I have 3 different things of fake lashes in there. At least 2. So I suspect when we get to our 500 subscriber giveaway, I am going to break it up into at least 2 packages because there are so many lashes in there. The other thing that I haven't used and won't be using is the Janta Blue eyeliner pencil. This is in a brown. I don't use a whole lot of browns anyway, since brown, my skin is where brown goes to die. So this actually will be going to my daughter. She said that she needed a brown eyeliner. She does use brown eyeliner, so I will be giving that to her. So I haven't tried this. I did swatch it when I opened the box, but just not something I'm interested in terms of color. I would have been willing to try it had it been a blue or a green or even a black. Black would have been boring, but hey, you know, I would have been willing to try it. So let's get on to the other things, some of which I had to kind of finagle around to use a little bit, including the Bum Bum cream. I'm not a body cream person. I use moisturizing cream on my feet, on my knees, and on my hands. And that's pretty much it, other than moisturizer. So I had to really think about this. This has a really strong scent. It's probably the one thing that really bothers me about it is that that smell is so strong. The good news is it goes away. The way I ended up using this is as a nighttime moisturizer on my face. And as long as I go very, very light, it actually works. I have to go very, very light. But when I do that, my skin feels nice and soft in the morning, very smooth. My T-zone, which tends to be the oily part of my skin, does not feel oily. I still need to use my Hydra Boost on my cheeks, but that's fine because I have to use it with everything else pretty much too. And considering the size of this, I know some people complained about it. I considered this like an extra item in the box. But considering the size of this and how little I used as a moisturizer on my face, this is going to last me a long time. So the only thing that really bothers me about this is the smell. I do have to be careful about going too heavy because then I will feel greasy in the morning. But other than that, it has worked pretty well. Summer is one of those, is the season when I have the worst trouble finding the right moisturizers for my skin. Because even at night, if the moisturizer is too heavy, it tends to make my skin very oily in the morning rather than soft and moisturized. I can speak and all that, but this seems to work as long as I go light. So at least I found a use for it. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The Ofra Long Lasting Lipstick. I love the formula on this. I don't like the color. The color on this is just, it's way too nude on me. It ends up making my lips pretty much disappear in my face. I mean, it is a pretty color. The good news is it does work with other liquid lips. It doesn't seem to work too well if I use, say, you know, a stick lipstick. But it does work with other liquid lips, so I can adjust it to be more pink, which works, and I like the formula. I don't know if that was my hair or something else, but anyway, sorry. It does work with other formulas, so I'm going to keep it and keep working with it. Yeah, love the formula. Don't mind having more of the Ofra. Just the color Verona is just not a color that I would normally buy or use. But like I said, I can adjust it pretty easily. So that's a keeper. The Face Brush Trio, as you can see, I have used them. Not sure what I'm going to do with this Duo Fiber Powder Brush. For one, it's too small for me for powder. When I apply powder, I like big fluffy brushes, okay? Powder for me goes all over my face. I guess it also can go underneath your eyes. And for that, I have something like this. Again, it's a bigger brush because I like to get as much area in as quickly time as possible. So, and on top of that, I'm finding I really just don't like the duo fibers for some reason. I've tried 2 or 3 of them, and there's just something about them I just don't like. Don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. Have played around with it, can't seem to find a use for it. So more than likely, this will go into my Project Beauty Share. And if my daughter goes through my Project Beauty Share box, and she likes it, she'll probably pick it up. But beyond that, I don't reach for any of these that much anyway, and this one in particular. I do like the tapered highlighter. I do use it for exactly that, highlighting. It does work very well for that for me. I love Luxie brushes, so I will probably continue to keep this and use this for a highlighter. And last, we have this supposed foundation brush. Again, it is just, it's not the type of brush. I prefer for my foundation something a little thicker and stiffer. This one I haven't used because I haven't done a whole lot of wet foundation lately. However, this one does seem to work for me for contouring a little bit, so I will probably continue to keep it and continue to use this. Like I said, I really like Luxie brushes. These just, I like the weight of them. They're very well made. They don't have smell. They don't shed. They're very good brushes. It's just that this particular set just didn't quite work for me. And last is my favorite item in the box, and that's this Reina del Caribe Alamar eyeshadow palette. This is the first palette that they've released along with some brushes that we did not receive in our box last month that I would love to try. But this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. I know a few people have said that they've had trouble, especially with the mattes. I've had no trouble at all, except with El Malecon. There's a lot of glitter fallout on this, and the first time I tried it with a dry brush, and I literally had glitter, I mean, down on my chest. That's how much glitter it is. And even with a wet brush, I got glitter fallout. But these shadows are beautiful. They are creamy. They are pigmented. It's a gorgeous palette. It's probably going to end up being one of my favorites for the year. I mean, they're beautiful. That's the first 4 shadows. These other shimmers, like El Malecon, and I hope I'm pronouncing these right. I mean, it's supposed to be Latina, and I don't know. Anyway, the other shimmers also have a little bit of fallout, but not nearly as much as this one. This one has more of a glitter fallout. I haven't noticed a whole lot of kickback. I haven't had any trouble using any of the colors. Okay, that one's not going to show up, but that's a skin tone problem more than anything. So that really light peachy orange doesn't really show up, but like I said, that's a skin tone. That looks patchy, but I've had no trouble with application for me. It's got some great pigment. It's got a beautiful color story. It is not an overwhelming palette to use. You can come up with different looks for it. I can't wait to see more from this company. I really can't. This was my favorite thing in the box, and I really, really, really love it. So, and it's kind of really up my alley with the fact that it's got all the nice colors, but there's enough bright neutrals, I guess. This is nice and dark, and it's a brown that I can actually work with, but this one has that red. The colors just really work for me, so it is a beautiful, beautiful palette, and I really, really love it. So everything worked well, and I've used it several times, and I didn't use it today. Probably should have, but I'm playing around with some of my other new stuff that I got in that haul that I uploaded last week. But yeah, I really, really love this palette. Can't say that enough, and I'm really looking forward to more from the company. So that's last month's Boxycharm. Overall, very, very happy. Very, very pleased. 3 of the items, the brushes are and the color on this was wrong, but I do like the formula, so it works for me. I found a use for the Bum Bum Cream, and the Alamar palette really just made the box for me. So I count the other things that I ended up liking enough to continue to use as bonus items, pretty much, because the Alamar was, I believe, is a $26 to $30 palette. And yeah, I really enjoy it, and I'm very, very happy with that. And this is one of the few times I think that I've actually only had one item that blew me away, and others that were like, every sub box is going to give you at least 1 month where you're either going to not like something or you're going to like less of it than usual. So just get past that month and hope that the next month is better. Not holding my breath for this month, considering what I've seen. With my luck, I will get the one item I really don't want. But honestly, most of it hasn't impressed me anyway. So we'll But that is spoilers, and spoilers I have found, I try not to look at my Ipsy spoilers as an explanation, but I almost always end up looking at my Ipsy spoilers. And sometimes I will see things in there that make me go, I don't know. And then I end up loving them. So even though there's stuff in this month's box that from the spoilers that I'm not all that thrilled about, there's probably at least one item in here, possibly two, that I will end up really, really enjoying and really liking. So as long as I get one or two items that are, you know, at least the value of the box, I'll be okay. I have broken my seal. I have otherwise not looks. Hello, Charmer. Let's open this up. And of course, we've got our usual packing with our Boxycharm here. Our coupons on the back and everything inside in the middle. I'm not going to take a look at that. I am going to just open this up like this and get inside and pull the first thing out. So the first thing is Note Luminous Silk Compact Blusher with Argan Oil, and this is in the color Desert Rose. From what I've seen, this is a beautiful blush. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had trouble opening things. I love this packaging. This is a very bronzy, peachy pink, kind of. It's much brighter than what my camera is showing. It's a beautiful color. I'm already blushed up, or I would do something. Oh, that would be pretty on my skin. Yes, it's on the oranger side, but I find that these kind of golden, peachy, oranges, pinky oranges work really well to give me a natural, more natural glow than if, say, I used, you know, a pink because of my skin tone. I may not be orange, but the peachy colors seem to work really well. This is the Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel from Dr. Brandt. Now that I can get into, I'm going to have to wait a little while. I'm still trying to get over eye problems. So I'm not using very much eye creams right now at all. I'm using stuff to deal with the problem, and then I'm using an antibiotic type ointment to help. But anyway, help with the healing process. But I'm looking forward to trying that. From my understanding, this kind of looks like a dark brown. It says, I'm going to take forever. Oh my goodness, this is, there we go. That's stiff. That's hard to, and that's orange. Dudes, that's orange. Look at that. It's really orange. But it does blend out to, like, you know, you can't see it. At least it doesn't turn my skin orange. I don't want to be orange. Unlike a blush on my cheeks, I think an orange under my eyes would not look too good. Anyway, looking forward to giving that a try when things clear up. Next, I have, wow, Unlashed Wander Beauty. I've wanted to try stuff from Wander. Actually, are they the ones that do the Lauder powder? I don't know if they are. They are. That's one of the things I wanted to try. But from Wander Beauty, the Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. And it doesn't have any kind of color listed, so it's probably a black. That Dr. Brandt kind of dried down a little bit on the sticky side. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, I do like the wand. It's got that slight curve. I love curvy wands. It does, V did this on her hand. I don't normally do this, but she did that. And it does take a little bit. It is black. We'll give it a try. I have something like 4 mascaras open right now that I'm going through. But I'll give this a try so I can report back next month. And last but not least, I'm going to wipe all this stuff off. And last but not least, I actually got the item I would have much preferred to get. because I don't support Tarte. And that is the Crown palette, which is completely bagged. Well bagged. You are so well bagged. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, the promo pictures, the spoiler pictures made this look like it was all browns. And that's one of the reasons why I was not too thrilled. But then I saw some of the openings, and it looks like the colors are a little different. So let's take a look. Love this packaging. This is really nice. This is beautiful. It's still cardboard. It's Crown. It's going to be cardboard. But I love this gold edge. It's very pretty. So this is a neutral palette on the browns and reds, but this one's more of a purple. You know what it reminds me of? Reminds me a little bit of my Naked Heat. Just a little bit. I do really like this purpley brown. It is still a brown, it just has more of a purpley mauvey cast to it. Some of it is more cool toned, it seemed to me. But anyway, I can go ahead and give it a try. It does have a decent mirror in it. Give it a try and see how I like it. And you know what, if I don't, my daughter, she prefers much more neutral colors anyway. I think this palette, she would love it. I think it would be great if I end up not liking it or not keeping it. Because like I said, it's really, really similar to my Naked Heat. So, and the Naked Heat has more colors and is hugely pigmented and beautiful. So that is our box this month. I lost the cover. So how do I feel about it? I'm still so we'll go with that. I'm glad I got this rather than the Tarte because I'm not supporting Tarte. But at the same time, I have the colors, so I will use it. I will try it and report back. Interested in using this, but I may not be able to report back if this is not completely cleared up by the time we get our next Boxycharm. So we'll have to see how that goes. I do think this is a pretty color for a more natural look on me, to give me a nice flush if I want to. I would have put some on my cheeks, except I already have stuff on my cheeks. That's actually in a similar color story. Not too impressed with getting yet another mascara. Was there supposed to be something else? Did I put something else away? I have no idea. I don't think so. I think that's it, right? Well, let's look inside. Oh, I don't see the cella. I am missing the cella. I didn't get the cella. I will have to contact Boxycharm and see if they will take care of that. I'm not sure I'm interested in the cella, but it would have been nice to get it in my box anyway. I don't see it anywhere. It didn't fall on the floor. I don't see it anywhere. How weird. I got a defective box. I will contact them and find out what happened. But, you know, like everybody else, I've got plenty of brow products that I like. And a lot of people were getting blonde, which would not work for me at all. So even if I did get the cella, I suspect I wouldn't keep it. But anyway, that's it for today, I think, pretty much. I'm short of product, but beyond that, I'm okay. The 4 items I got will more than, let's see, this alone is worth the box at $42. The palette is $30, so that's $72. This is $24, so that's $96. And this is $12, so that's $108. So even without the cella, which is only shit's $26, I still got a good deal. But I will contact them and I will see if they'll take care of that problem for me. Anyway, rambling on. Let's stop rambling on and say that's it for today. Definitely, that's it for today. I hope you like what you've seen and that you will come back. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. Don't forget also that if you subscribe, you can enter the Zulu palette giveaway, which should be ending tonight. But whether or not you subscribe, I do hope you'll be back. And when you come back, I hope you won't forget to bring your cup of tea. Okay, some of the bitterness has mellowed out, but not getting as much of the chocolate. Definitely need to reverse those around and put more chocolate in there. You all have a great day. Bye.